Nick Kyrgios has been penalized for his behavior during his 3-set loss to Rafael Nadal in the Indian Wells quarter-finals last week. After the Spaniard narrowly defeated him 7-6, 0-5 to 7-6 4, the 26-year-old threw his racket in frustration and narrowly avoided hitting a ball boy. He has now been hit with 2 fines, including one for his near miss with the ball kid. Kyrgios caused controversy when he almost hit a ball boy with his racket in Indian Wells last week. The current world number 102 had a successful start in the Californian desert, dropping just 16 games across his first 3 rounds, including a 6-4 6-4 win over 8th seed Casper Ruud. He received a walkover to the quarter-final after Jannik Sinner was forced to pull out of their round of 16 clash and took an early lead over Nadal, even serving for the first set before getting broken. The opener went to a tiebreak and Kyrgios was 0-6 down when someone in the crowd shouted out, prompting him to tell them to shut the F up, which earned him a point penalty for an audible obscenity, costing him the set. The 26-year-old managed to force a decider but was unable to stop Nadal, who was still unbeaten for the season during the quarter-final, and won the match for his 19th victory of 2022. Kyrgios threw his racket in frustration after the handshake, and a ball boy at one of the side screens was forced to jump out of the way to avoid being struck, leading to calls for the Aussie to be punished for the action. Kyrgios watched back the footage after the match and issued a public apology when he realized what happened, also seeking out the ball boy on social media and meeting up with him to say sorry and gift him a tennis racket. He still faced calls to be sanctioned for the outburst after a series of similar incidents in recent matches that received what many thought were lenient punishments, including at the Miami Open on Thursday when Jenson Brooksby threw his racket for a second time, which accidentally hit a ball boy and received a point penalty instead of a default. Alexander Zverev deliberately smashed an umpire's chair with his racket after losing a doubles match in Acapulco last month, where he was subsequently withdrawn from the singles event. The ATP found him guilty of a major offense, but the world number 4 avoided a ban, instead being handed a probation period of a year with an 8-week suspension that would only kick in if he was involved in a similar outburst. Kyrgios has hit back at comparisons with Zverev, who intended to hit the umpire's chair while the Aussie unintentionally almost hit the ball boy. But the ATP has also announced a sanction for the former world number 13 in the days after the Indian Wells match. He has received 2 fines totaling £19,000, $25,000, £15,000, $20,000, for unsportsmanlike conduct referring to the racket throwing incident, which is the maximum fine for the offence, and an additional £4,000, $5,000, for the audible obscenities in the match.